First of all, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for coming. I appreciate everybody showing up. Thanks to Lucy for organizing this whole thing. I get to give this speech like I had something to do with this, but she did all the work. I'm just kind of showing up, providing the good looks.
You're not doing a good job.
Anyway, I had a whole speech planned out, and I had practiced it with Lucy. And as I was doing it in the kitchen, I was kind of tearing up. And then I got through it. I practiced it several times, and then I went out to dinner one night. Right? Tommy just had his 4 wisdom teeth taken out. So I went out to dinner, and we mentioned to him that I had this whole formal speech planned out, and he had a fit. Like, you can't do that. So I had to. I don't have anything. Bear with me if I use the paper. I need about 3 minutes to kind of walk through 23 years of Tommy's life, and the goal here is strictly to embarrass the hell out of myself. I'll probably embarrass myself more because I'm not really much of a public speaker. So 23 years ago, Tommy was born a perfect little 7.5 pound. One of the first memories I have of him was when we went into Tommy was in his room, Lucy was in the room, and Tommy was on the little table, and he was all swaddled up, and I had to do my first diaper change. So I remember taking all of his clothes, undoing them. He's got the little cap on his head and everything, he's just about this big. And I bend over, and he starts just peeing.
How was it?
And he's been doing it ever since.
He just stole one of my lines.
That's what I meant.
But he's peeing in my face, right? And I'm looking at I guess, my parents, Lucy's parents were there. And I remember being bent over, and he's just peeing on me. And I'm like, look, he's peeing on me. I didn't go back, I'm not like, whoa, something like that. I'm just standing there, look, he's peeing on me. That was my little boy, right? It really didn't matter. Anyway, so one of the first things when he came home, we used to have, our back room wasn't finished, but we had 2 lounge chairs we used to watch TV in. He was sitting on Lucy's lap one night. He's about 8 months older, because I don't remember exactly. But our tradition was having Haagen-Dazs ice cream. This was before he could really have it. But out of sheer bribery, I got him to say Dad that because he was on Lucy's side. I can still remember I had the ice cream, and I'm like this, and I'm not giving it to him yet. I'm like, Dad? I finally got him to say Dad. So I won the Dad Mama. On Friday nights, we used to go over to Lucy's house, and
Lucy's parents' house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a little confused.
So we used to go to Lucy's parents' house, and Joey's cooking, and Charlie's calamari, and Grandma and Grandpa's pizza. It was all really good. And Lucy reminded me of one story where Tommy made up a poem. I guess he was probably 4. About that whole experience, and he said the poem is this: Joey's mushrooms are the best, but then poor Grandma is stuck with the mess.
Is it not the truth? Nothing's changed.
His grandpa on Lucy's side, Lucy's dad, would always say that he never saw a little kid that enjoyed being with the family so much. And it's really a mutual thing. We all enjoy it. It was just great when we fed off of each other. Lucy, as he was getting older, Lucy would call me up there, and she'd put him on the phone. He was probably like 4. And he'd say, hello, can I speak with Ed Sutter, please? He didn't know it was me answering the phone. And I'd say, hey, buddy. And then we'd end up having lunch. And I worked close to home, so Lucy would pack lunch, and we'd have a picnic lunch on the grounds at work or something. That was always a good one. later on, as he got older and he was able to kind of walk on his own and stuff, Kelly wasn't quite able to walk on his own, but I'd still like to take him. We used to go up to Sealy's Pond, if you guys know Sealy's Pond. Well, you guys know the secret spot.
Oh, hey.
Secret spot, it was like, 5 yards off the road. It was real sleepy. But anyway, we used to go up to Sealy's Pond and walk down the road and walk on the waterfalls. You guys know that area. And you walk down along the bottom of the waterfall, cross the creek, and remember, it's just like, at that time it was like a mountain thing, but we'd climb up it, we get up to the top, and I always say, Tom, look at how high you climb. If you can climb this, you can climb anything, man. Every once in a while, we would continue this trip. It was about a mile hike at least, so it took a while to do, but we would go to McDonald's to have lunch and then hike back. By the end of it, we were both pretty exhausted. It was always fun to do it. Bear with me. So Lucy always had him doing something with kids. He was always busy. We always had him we had a pool in the backyard for a long time. We always had a half a dozen kids in the pool. I think we had more unknown towels in our linen closet because we never knew who's somebody would leave their towels. Anyway, I'd come home from work practically every night. And as I was driving down the street, they'd be playing basketball or rollerblading or whatever. And I'd pull into the driveway, and there was never a night went by that he wouldn't stop what he was doing and come up and run and jump on me and give me a big hug. It was always a good way to end the day or start the evening because he was always there to kind of, lighten the load. So it was great. When he was old enough to start playing sports, he was in everything. I don't think we had a free weekend for 10 years because of soccer and baseball and basketball and all these guys. I coached a lot of these guys at various times just to follow him around. It was just fun to follow him around for whatever he was doing. So time passes and memories accumulate. He starts growing up and the teenage years hit. And of course, there's always those memories of tough times. We've always got the teenage years that you'd rather not remember as a parent. But say they kind of come with the territory. I remember, no matter how tough yeah, you guys were there. Don't get innocent.
We had nothing to do.
I'll take blame for that one.
No matter how tough it got, it seemed like we would always end up in a group hug. Because Lucy would say, let's just get together and three of us would have a prayer or something. We'd do something that would just kind of settle the whole moment and we'd kind of move on, and that was the end of it. It was always ended up being good. Okay, I'm getting close. So my little boy is a UMass grad, and I'm proud to say that he's quite capable of kicking his father's ass. He's about to take on his next life step, entering the Army and the military, into military intelligence. So with that, I'd like to conclude with a toast. But I'd like to do this a little bit different than normal. So instead of raising your glasses, I'd like you all to just put your hand in your hearts. Okay? So put your glass in your left hand. Right hand. Just put it all right? So the Bible says, when two or more are gathered together in prayer, God is there present listening to that prayer. Tommy, Mom, and I will be on our knees in prayer for you every day you're gone. We ask all of you here to join us in asking God to bless your path, to guide and protect you, and give you the wisdom in all the decisions that you make along the way. And personally, I'm looking forward to talking to you in a few months about the whooping you're about to go through in basic training. God bless you.